From Techo, here is News or Fake News, the podcast that gives you some of the niche tech news of the week. But spoiler, one is fake news. Can you guess which one?
I'm Natalie Hayward, and with me is John Kelleher and Imogen Maurer. So today we're looking back at recent headlines, but will John and Imogen be able to guess which isn't news at all?
I highly doubt it.
So today's news stories are: Face ID will work when users are wearing a mask. LinkedIn is introducing a feature to allow users to nudge one another, and Tumblr is allowing users to tip their favourite bloggers. So which is news and which is fake news?
Okay, well, this Face ID will soon work when users are wearing a mask.
Yeah.
That sounds quite familiar to me because I've got my Apple Watch, and when I'm looking at the phone and I'm wearing a mask, it looks to my watch and it says, "Oh, I'm going to unlock you now." Yeah. But I believe that there's a beta feature. You know, iOS, they release a new thing all of the time and they test that. And then, you know, whenever iOS gets updated, they launch it out. I believe in the beta at the moment, I believe that they're going to remove the need for a watch. So I think we've narrowed it down to two. I'm pretty sure that first one is not fake news, that's true news.
I thought it would be fake.
Oh!
Quite hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, and just your eyes.
If you think about it.
That's very futuristic. You know, I feel like you need your whole face to be able to have recognition.
What about LinkedIn?
Let me read these again. LinkedIn is introducing a feature using...
So they'll be able to, basically, it's a new feature that they're going to have where you can have, say you've messaged someone and they haven't replied to your message, you can give them a friendly nudge, just to remind, like a follow-up
Yeah, that's
message.
Believable, yeah.
That's much
feasible.
more believable than I thought. I thought this was like the return of the Facebook poke.
No, but it's similar to Facebook's poke feature, and it's initially going to be trialled in the US before being expanded globally.
That sounds like a very tech company thing to do. Regional trial, see the success of it. I know that LinkedIn did the same with dark mode. They had it out in the States for a long time before we got it. I could believe that. And it sounds familiar to like with Gmail or Microsoft Viva, where if you haven't replied to something, then you get a notification that comes to the top of your inbox and it says, "Oh, shouldn't you reply to this one?" Yeah, it sounds
also, it's
believable.
It's a bit pushy for...
Yeah, but that's why it's they're describing it as a friendly nudge.
Okay.
As you would often, sometimes you'd send up a follow-up email, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I guess
and be like, "This is a friendly nudge." LinkedIn are kind of...
Nudges aren't friendly. That's like polite reminder. The number of emails I've received that say, "This is a polite reminder. I'd like to kindly remind you." It's like, I know I should have done something. I'm sorry. Just tell me. Don't call it a polite reminder. So now artificial intelligence is nudging us as much as anything else. Yeah, great.
The final one, Tumblr. You'll be able to tip so they've originally trialled putting stuff behind a paywall before, but now they're allowing users to tip one another through a little tip jar on their profile.
Tip for what?
Just if you like someone's blog, you can just give them a bit of money.
Well, again, I can believe this because YouTube has it with super thanks. And Twitter, I think, has either introduced this or is going to, with the ability to say, "Oh yes, I really like that. I'm going to give you some money because that tweet was so good." So I can totally believe it. But I'm confident that the first one is not true.
Have I done too well here?
Sorry, I think you might. I'm confident the first one is true. Sorry, I know that's true.
You think?
That's coming. Yeah, LinkedIn.
Yeah, but also, we're moving away from COVID now. We're moving away from the masks. What's the point in bringing in this sort of feature when we're not really wearing masks anymore? Like, it's legal not to wear a mask
over here.
Yeah,
but in the States, mask mandates are still going. I know that in was it Spain? I think they've still got a lot of mask mandates, and just because first world countries are starting to come out of this, sadly, third world countries are way behind in terms of vaccination. Mask mandates might be around a lot longer. I don't know if they've got mask mandates. So I'm convinced that one's true. I'm sure I've read about that.
Okay.
So LinkedIn nudging you when you've forgotten something, or Tumblr allowing users to pay one another. Is it too early to guess? Am I allowed to guess?
You can guess if you like.
Okay, so I think Face ID, that's true. LinkedIn introducing a feature to virtually nudge you, I think that is true. And I think Tumblr allowing users to pay one another in the form of tips is not true, because it's actually Twitter is allowing users to pay one another in the form of tips.
What do you think, Imogen?
Well, you're making me feel like Face ID one probably is true now, but you probably are right on that one. So I'm going to go with the LinkedIn one is fake news.
Wow. Do you want to know who's right?
I feel like my nerd credibility is on the line here.
Imogen, you are right.
Hey!
So LinkedIn is not introducing a feature allowing users to virtually nudge one another. In fact, if you get ghosted on LinkedIn, you're just ghosted. You are. So if you want to know, iOS 15 will be being downloaded onto phones across the world this spring. And for owners of an iPhone 12 or later, you will be able to unlock your phones and use Apple Pay while wearing a mask. You simply need to go to Face ID settings and select Use Face ID with a mask. But unlike with at the moment, you will have to be making direct eye contact because it does it based on your eyes. But yeah, like Imogen said, with mask mandates dropping out of the world, are they a bit too late? 2 years.
Yeah, it's a bit late, isn't it?
Would have been nice to have it sooner, but at least it's coming. And the next time there's a pandemic and everyone has to wear a mask, then off we go. You know, what has it been? It's been 15 years between endemic or whatever it's called.
Which one?
So the LinkedIn one was fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Imogen, it's 1-0 to you.
Oh, well done,
yeah.
Imogen. Well done.
The tip feature, you can, bloggers will be able to receive one-time payments, tips from their fans. You can give them $100, up to $100 if you like. And you can leave them a little note if you like, saying thank you, but not if you're anonymous.
Not if you're anonymous.
So obviously sort of trolling, I guess. Because they do have a bit of issues with that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, back in my 2012 Tumblr days, this wasn't a thing. You had to make content for free.
Well, there we go. We know all about making content for free here, don't we? Okay, so I feel like I've lost at least one nerd credit. I'm going to have to earn one back in the next episode.
Well, I think we did all right for the first attempt, but join us next time for more Techo news or fake news. And if you can't wait until then, remember you can find us daily on YouTube, our blog, or even TikTok if you're so inclined. We'll see you soon.
Bye.